going to make another video too. So, I noticed a week or so ago I was on Handar's home with CG and Tao, and I made mention that my channel almost has reached 100 subscribers, for which I'm for which I'm very happy. Not because of, oh yay, I'm getting famous or whatever. Don't really care much about that, because I like it that people come and say hi to me. It always is a mood boost. But so as after I said that, a lot of people are like, oh, he has a channel of his own. Wow. Okay, let's have a look. And I hit 90 plus people in the span of a day, from 80 plus to 90 plus. And then the next day after that, all of a sudden, I had 80 subscribers again. That never happened before, that people left unsubscribed en masse like that to my channel. In a month's time, no, let's say actually in 2 months' time, maybe one person vanished. And I actually had 2 or 3 people come to me and say, yeah, suddenly I was unsubscribed to you. So I guess this has been going on for a bit, but just not to the extent of just the other day. You can, you know, there is a way you can see it, but I'm not going to say it, because the people who are messing with these numbers, these subscribe numbers of my channel, I'm not going to feed them any information. At the very least, they can look for it themselves. And shame on you, liars and cheats who do this. I know it has been happening to far bigger channels, better channels maybe even. The true keyboard warriors of YouTube, right? Hiding their faces, hiding their names, hiding what have you. But oh boy, do they snicker like the weasels they are, when in these petty ways that they screw with, you know, with people that try to reach out to the world and try to get some good on. So I'm making this video just to let you guys know, those who mess with my subscribe views or whatever is going to be, yeah, I know what you're doing. I'm seeing it. I know I've been sharing that with others now. They now know it too. Word spreads quick on YouTube about stuff like that. There are bigger channels who also have acknowledged that you do this, but they are not creating as much of a fuss about it. They seem more accepting. I'm not going to be accepting. In fact, I'm going to just spread that all around. Not even just on YouTube, right? I'm going to, what's that called, to other social media. Going to say hello to people, going to let them know about this. Got a few screenshots too. Got a few screenshots that I had more people on a certain date, and all of a sudden, boom, next day, all gone. Maybe we will never know your face or your name. Or maybe we will, who knows. Maybe there are some employees of YouTube who are actually decent people who will disagree with this. They will start looking for you. And maybe, you know, rightfully fire your ass for messing with people like that. And for basically, what would you call that? Making the company look bad. I have no mood in playing these damn games with people. Not anymore. There's so much hurt in the world. And if you get in the way of people who want to put a stop to that, you're a villain. It's that simple. You should be ashamed of yourself. And I don't care what you call yourself. Actually, I don't care what you think about yourself. Such lowly acts, it's very revealing of character. Very revealing. Shows me that I have nothing to worry about. Do I now? And for anyone that's listening, shouldn't be worried either. Big tech companies or what have you. You know, I've worked for a few of those. It's really not as impressive as people think. Seriously isn't. In those huge companies, what, 90% of people, if not 100%, are only there for the money that they get out of it. They would not be there if they didn't get paid. The vast majority of them. You know how fragile that makes these huge companies when it comes down to it. I've seen what happens in some of these huge multi-million whatever the hell it is companies. I've seen what happens when there is like one kink in the machine. Everything starts to go upside down within the span of not even hours. It's not like in the movies where everything is like pinpoint minute precision, second precision. Don't you believe it? And where it is, people will be too tired too soon, or are kind of freaks of nature, I suppose, which would be too few in numbers, too few hands anyways to handle all that needs to be done to make it all, pinpoint precise and what have you. So yeah. It's also time, I guess, for people to stop being so damn worried about the world and just do what's right. If everyone just starts acting themselves, the key thing, I would say, and take it for what you will, start doing something yourself. My suggestion, you begin with looking for good people around you. That's how I began. Can take a while, but it's actually becoming more easy now. I was doing it in a time when there was no signs anywhere of where to go or not to. These days, hey, Amnoller's Home is one. And there are a few, and I'm going to. This is me being loyal to the CG and Tao, in a sense, as a friend, and I'm not going to name anyone else at the moment. Of course, when it comes to really coming together and actually doing stuff, there are other great channels out there too, right? Of course. And if you'd rather go to them, you definitely should do so. I'm not saying that everyone should come to us, I'm just saying those who, have the same mindset. Come say hi, come partake. The signs are there for you, the people are there to talk with. It will be far faster for you than it was for the three of us before we created $10. I can promise you that. And it's worth it. I also see that I need to encourage a few guys and girls to, come on, show up. And I know why they don't. It's not because they don't want to help or because they lack spirit or anything. It's because they think that we will judge them poorly. Because they are not these 6 foot, 220 pound heroes who, wherever they go, the sun breaks through the clouds and the wind is going through their golden hair and what have you. It's like, hey, reality check. This is not what we are either. You see? And you don't need to be. You just care enough and come and say hello. And see if there is something for you with us. See if you can create something. Or see there is something on offer for you. You can come and go as you please. Provided you're not wishy-washy, I suppose. provided you have that you are headstrong, at least in a certain way, in a healthy way. I'm being all over the place again, am I not? But yeah. Is there something else I should be saying right now? So I know now. I mean, I've known it for a while. They've been messing with my channel, as they have been with many others. I'm definitely not alone. I mean, people are backing up my videos, so I don't need to be worried about that. People are. I have, I have backups of my own in a few different places, so I've got that covered too. I mean, I knew this was going to happen, right? I have. And I've only garnered, what is the result of why I did all of this? I did not expect that I would even have 100 subscribers by now. Maybe 20. Seriously, when I began. But I still did it. Wanna know why? Because 20 is better than 0. 1 is better than 0 when it comes to good people. Far better. And dare to be happy. That's another one. Do you have the spine to be happy? Because that seems to be a very big issue with a lot of people. Are you afraid it will make you emotional? Of course it's going to make you emotional. To go to a place. Yeah, to go to a place where you're finally going to see people who can laugh together and just have a good time, and they can talk about what is important and serious. And then 2 minutes later they're laughing their heads off over the most ridiculous CG joke out there. I bet you. Most of us, they've cried a little out of joy that is something in their lives now. And good. There's no there should be pride in that. These people, these petty keyboard warriors who mess with people like that, they are the eternal, miserable miscreants of the planet. Well, so long as they choose to be. And they want to make everyone else of us just like that. Because misery loves company. Leave their company and join that of people who want better and who will make better. Be one of those that will make better. I'm trying to do it as best as I can in the ways I see how to. Doesn't mean you need to make YouTube videos yourself. You can, if you want to. We'll promote you. And try to climb that wall you've erected around yourself, around your soul, if you have, which I think most of us have. I'm not saying throw all your shields down, because yes, even in our sphere, so to say, you're gonna meet miscreants, scum. They're gonna be less prevalent and they're not gonna stay around as long. And you cannot just try and trust everyone blindly. But there is a certain threshold where you have to see that, every other day, every 3 days, they're doing something and everyone is always having a good time. And people are coming together and it's all just so wholesome and joyful. At which point are you then going to lower your defenses just enough to partake? Because nobody is an island. If you're trying to be an island, it's gonna go nowhere for you quickly. It's not how the world works. It never has. And don't erect your shields up for your emotions either. I hear some well-known YouTubers, and I find a lot of respect in in the work they do, who say things like, if you need to cry, do it in a corner somewhere where nobody can see you. I do not quite agree with that. Especially if you're a man, you shouldn't do that. Why can't you show tears of joy? And why can't you grieve publicly? I mean, if you're just... The thing is, if you're wallowing in it, like CG would say, then it is an issue. When you allow it to conquer you, that is an issue. But to actually show that you care about the world around you, which can be done through laughter, but as much as through grief, there's no issue with that whatsoever, I would say. And nobody will judge you poorly for that. In fact, they may just judge the opposite and say, this is someone with healthy sense. When I see someone who comes to me, or when I have someone come to me privately, start speaking with me, hey Hans, I'm so happy that you're doing this with the guys, and there's so many good people, and I hear their voice break. You know what that tells to me? It tells to me that these people care. And they shut off their mic for a few minutes, but I would not ask them to do so. They can. I mean, I respect it if they rather do it privately. But I'm not gonna sit here and be like, whoa, what a wuss. He cries. That's so stupid to me. If crying is for everyone, if crying is for someone always the same thing, it always is showing weakness or something, like a sociopath or whatever may look at it, I would disagree. And the miscreants of the world who look at crying people and they take joy in that, thinking because they take joy in it because they think it's a sign of hurt. Well, let them think so. That's just themselves underestimating those who care, because they're actually looking at an emotion that spells them being held to account one day. And then when the tears stop flowing and your mind becomes set and you find a place where you belong, where you should belong, or at least be it for the rest of your life or for a few years in your life or a few weeks, those people are going to do a lot to keep that place going. That's the core of culture, I think. That is the core of a tribe, of a people. When there is a lot of emotional investment in such a way, then you just need to harness it with logic. Yep, because I was all over the place again with this one, but I think I got my point across. Hopefully. I think there's one more thing, the frustration I will speak more about in the future. CG and Tao are more vocal about it than me, but I think I'm going to present it a bit more calmly than they tend to. Guys, I see good people come to us, and I love having them around because they are good people, I can tell. But they're still holding on to uniforms. They're still holding on to political ideologies that have failed century ago. They hold on to ideals that have never existed in the world. Can you please start dropping it already and realize that what we are doing is going to be far better? And I'm saying that because I care. Because I want you to live a happy and healthy life. You can still cherish it. You can still do it because you want to honor the sacrifices made by the people committed back then. But it is gone. It's over. That doesn't mean that anything else is over. The ideology simply is. The uniform means nothing anymore, but that doesn't mean that standing up for our people means nothing anymore. Of course it does, and it always will. That is the thing that you should hold on to, because that is the thing that will never go away. That is the thing that will always be there for you. And for those you care about. That's what I have to say on that for now. And guys, come on, everyone. Let's get out of this already. Come and partake. Don't wait for someone else to do it. Join. Talk to us at the very least. I ask you, for your own sake and for everyone's sake. With that said, I'm going to sign off and you'll have a good one. Bye bye.